Welcome. Good. Welcome. Good. Negronis with Nord, episode number 66. It's hot. That's just a fact everywhere. I think we had the hottest month ever. It's annoying for me because I have a case of wine in California. You can't ship wine when it's this hot. I've got it sitting in a cooled locker in California somewhere waiting to ship. If it's above 80 degrees for too long, it spoils. Not ready for summer to be over in any capacity. I actually love super hot days. I mean, I don't go outside during them. Something that's like unique versus LA or San Francisco. You know, those New York nights where like you leave a restaurant at 10 or 11 o'clock and it's still 85 degrees and you can just like, it's just hot all the time, but it like makes everyone go out and you just like, the whole city is just like living their lives outside all the time right now. So it's such a great time to be in New York. Also, if you are looking to visit New York, I would say this is a pretty bad time. I mean, it's not great to be in the city when it's 90 degrees, but you can get into any restaurant you want. So there's a, bit of a push and pull there. I was just telling Haley, who's back behind the camera today because Kelsey's out. Thank you, Haley. I'm running like a doctor's office today. Like I was like 30 minutes behind on all of my meetings and it's causing complete chaos. So we are going to go a little bit shorter today. And let's first talk about Threads. Obviously launching an entirely new platform launching is pretty important. How many monthly active users does Twitter have? Is it 300 million? 450. So a week after Threads launches, it is already 25% of the size of Twitter. First of all, just like bravo to the Meta engineering team. Obviously, there's not an enormous amount of product innovation happening, but being able to scale to 100 million users in a week and not having a single outage or problem is pretty incredible. This is a highly competent company that you definitely do not want to compete with. I am really excited to have a new app out there. So the only other major social platform that's launched recently would be Be Real. I think Be Real got to 5 million users maybe?
There's about 20 million daily active users.
I'm gonna call bullshit on that, but I think those numbers are probably like slightly inflated, but pretty impressive. It's huge, it's a big deal. Coming right at the time that Twitter is kind of losing some of its steam. Something that Adam, CEO of Instagram, said was with Threads, they were not looking to kind of tap into the political discourse. So that is so prevalent on Twitter, and that he felt that there were communities like fashion, photography, and others that were underserved and underrepresented on Twitter. I am a Twitter addict. I don't tweet a lot, but I am like a big consumer. I look at it every single day and have for years. It has gotten super like businessy and scammy, and there's lots of threads and like VC thought boys and like all of this like, I don't know, it's just got kind of annoying, and there's a lot of vitriol. People are very mean on that platform. It is very political. Interesting to see Threads saying, hey, we really want to focus on the content we're not seeing on Twitter. Twitter is great. It's not going anywhere. It's still incredibly impactful and powerful. It's interesting to say, well, instead of going after that and trying to like move the political discourse from Twitter to Threads, what if we just took everyone that like doesn't think Twitter's for them and move them over? And what's so amazing about it is obviously that like they have that auto follow. Do you want to follow everyone that you follow on Instagram feature? You know, for most people, the hardest part about committing to a new platform is that beginning time. It's getting your following, it's building a little community. You know, I've just recently started posting on TikTok. Yeah, it's tough in the beginning when you have 100 followers. You know, if I look at Threads, let's see. I mean, you guys know I don't have the most active Instagram account, but like I've got 24,000 followers on Instagram. I've got 3,000 on Threads. Now, all of a sudden, for most people, the first time they post a thread, they're getting replies, they're getting responses, they're getting likes. And that gives the platform such a head start in gaining some sort of foothold and traction. Will it work? Who knows? You know, we have to remember like Google Plus, if you're old enough to remember that. That also, I think, had 100 million users. That crashed and burned. Yet to be seen if this is going to be a viable platform. What should your strategy be? What should you do? If you're a creator, should you be threading? I mean, one, let's like try and avoid using it as a verb for a little while. Like, I don't know if I can be like, I've been threading all day, you know, like let's like avoid that. That's lesson number one. We may get there, like we may all be talking about like threading and having to throw a thread up, but like I'm gonna try and avoid it for as long as I can. I was jumping into a chat on Twitter, on like marketing Twitter on this the other day. I feel like right now it's about just joining the party. You know, we talk about this idea that like you gotta participate in a community before you can lead it. Nobody knows what Threads is gonna be like. I don't think you have to have a real strategy right now. I think you should just be posting and participating, you know? Think as much about creation as you do about participation. Reply to other people's threads, like them, rethread them? Is that what people are calling it? I don't know. But just engage with the community. It's a week old. It doesn't know what it's gonna be. Like any strategy that you put in place could in a week be completely obsolete. The rule should always be that like if you're creating content, if you're putting something into the world, there's like a why. Don't just post, hey, new post. In the beginning, I feel like people really use stories to just be like, new post on their Instagram. The first 6 months, that was like a lot of the way people got used to using stories. And then people realized, oh, this is a place where I can expand my storytelling, where I can like speak to camera. And the people that embraced that, eventually like that's what stories became. So again, it's yet to be seen what Threads is going to become. I don't think it's going to become a place to promote your most recent Instagram post. So like the only strategy I would say I wouldn't do is just using it to promote stuff that you're talking about somewhere else. Flesh the story out, do something different, but just like have some fun. This is not that serious. You should enjoy it because right now it does feel like many platforms when they're new. It feels fresh, it feels exciting. The algorithms haven't like totally kicked in yet. You're seeing all these people you haven't seen in a while, maybe followers who forgot about you on Instagram, or for some reason you've fallen out of their algorithm, you're showing back up. I've even had people be like, oh gosh, I haven't like seen you for so long, and now I'm seeing you thread and it's reminding me that you exist. Maybe that's a good thing to do, just to be like, hey, for those who maybe haven't seen me in a while or whatever, like this is who I am, this is what I do, blah, blah, blah. But mostly try and have some fun with it, and we'll keep talking about it, we'll keep watching it and see if it becomes something powerful. I really hope it does. A text-based platform like this would be excellent. It's something I think that the ecosystem is missing, and especially in our world where like Twitter just isn't something people use. We've done one campaign in the 5,000 we've done that's included Twitter. So I would love to be able to do more of this, but right now, play with it. Don't think about monetizing it. Create value for your audience. Don't put crap into the world. That's my advice. We put together a post on our blog, which we'll link here, with a little explainer, how influencers are using it, some reactions. So check that out if you want some more info. There was a question about when we're selecting creators, if it is a detriment if you talk about a lot of different things. Yes and no. Yes, in that if you're somebody that talks about beauty and fashion and travel and interior design, let's say, right? Which if you think about like the typical creator archetype, those are probably like things they talk a lot about. You're competing with a lot of people that do that. It definitely doesn't dissuade us from working with you. I think like on a beauty campaign, if we feel like you have some beauty expertise or you have an interesting point of view, honestly, sometimes we are more excited about working with creators that have a broader focus because they can bring, you know, those points of view and perspectives to something specific like beauty or skincare or whatever we're doing a campaign for. So it definitely does not dissuade us from working with you in any capacity. It does make it harder to find you, right? Like if you were just luxury skincare, right? That's all you did was talked about luxury skincare. If we're working on a luxury skincare campaign, one, it's going to be easier to find you in our platform and generally. And two, we know we want 5 people who are real subject matter experts in this, 5 subject matter experts and 5 just kind of lifestyle general people in this campaign. A lot less people who are luxury skincare experts. And so there's less competition for those spots than the lifestyle where could be thousands of influencers that could fit that archetype, where on the other side, there could be maybe a dozen that fit that archetype. And so it's a bit of a push-pull. You should focus on the things that interest you, and you should talk about those with passion and with a point of view And ultimately, that is what will build an audience, and building an audience is the thing that will bring the advertisers. It all kind of goes back to that passion and care and creativity and point of view. That is the kind of foundation for everything. I'm gonna try to get my day back on track now and not have to push all my other meetings around. So thank you all, as always, for watching. Please ask questions if you have them, and we'll see you next week. If I was gonna do a doubleheader, I would go Barbie, Oppenheimer. Barbie's gonna be so much fun. Oppenheimer's not gonna be a lot of fun, but is gonna be incredible. I would wanna sit with Oppenheimer longer. Like, I feel like leaving the theater, I will want that to be the thing that I'm thinking about. I am definitely more excited about Oppenheimer than Barbie, but I think what a great couple weeks of movies. And Mission Impossible, which I'm so stoked about because Tom Cruise is a consummate professional.